great show tonight. So Smackdown says it's now over. Says about 2 hours before this now is over before. So so let's get breakdown tonight's Smackdown, and these are all about set of stories and rivalries, something like that. So so if you want to buy something like you can buy like jwshop.com or AEW, and they get 20% off for each the person. They get two separate ways and so much more. So after when I watched SmackDown tonight, live shows today, when I started watching, it was a great show. It takes about 2 hours before it is over. So let's go break down inside of SmackDown before. So when I get done doing this review, when I get done with this, we get more sport alert starts for event next week and more. So I have to remind you guys for next week's episode. So let's go break down live right here. So Demi Priest had kicked things off tonight on SmackDown. He said, "Was it last time in Athens? Demi Priest and Rhea Ripley on the ring after Black and Selena Vega on SmackDown on December 12th. Anderson from World Heavyweight Champion and hit to the ring to kick off the show and wasted little time showing respect to the recording retired of John Cena before turning his attention to last week's win over Aleister Black and Selena Vega. So that was before he called the talk about in 2026. Anderson a letter to interrupt as calling the parcel and hypocrite. Anderson entered just stresses allowed. It was Aleister Black to sneak attack. After his reveal not about his rivalries from behind, but Demi Priest fighting him off, he grabbed a table and from underneath set inside the ring. After him set up in hopes of driving his fall through it, but nobody found himself to receive and it still attack. So Aleister Black resolved a money driving the baby face. So it wasn't true that the tables he excited the area with his wife and all the fans have been booing them from the WWE faithful to close things out. So this was a short, sweet, opening promo assessment that pushed things forward. After Red Black and Vega getting a muscle of revenge on Damian Priest. After in announcing to the world that Symphonic gives him is so full, from old pommel saucemeat. I really liked it. I think also some delivery souls will benefit from getting to this point. Agent has clearly has just did. So Agent went to the backstage Southman. It was nice sex. It last a lesson. Agent just laying out to plans to signs for the women's World Tag Team Championship, the beginning with a non-title win over the Kobe Royals tonight. So here's the next match. So we have a non-title match. We have the Kobe Royals taking on against Nia Jax in last 11. So I think last time in Ashes, so Kobe Rose, Nia Jax, last 11, and Becky Lynch lost to AC Lee, Rhea Ripley, Aya Sky, Charlotte Flair, and Alexa Bliss at the Survivor Series War Games on November 29th. So, and their eyes are set on winning tag team gold, so mostly new teams, such like Anya of 96 last lesson, let's get little time to when compressing you, Powell, and also the winning women's tag team, champions Asuka and Kairi Singh, support Princess True is going to the ill and really her opponents out to anything so until commercial break. Angie wins a powerhouse and turn with Gwen control during the break. Also insulting Kairi Singh was cutting her off from her opponent, a hot tag to suppress of tomorrow, Asuka to head the defense back into the match. And the Sabians is yelling. And if the heels cut off the comeback, and Tim True and Sax has finished. And Kevin Singh was also into scoring set the win. So also after set the match, Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss hit set the ring and lead into the victories and sent them scoring to Scotty off the area floor. That was before standing tall and to close things out the assessment. So, and the winner of this match, last 11 and Nia Jax. So, anyway to backstage, it was Aleister Black. He was a sneak attack. Jamie Priest, he was leaving him laying after a bonnet assist. After insult and follow encompassing the open hand or the offer of family. After set between a match was better than it may have appeared on just see on a piece of paper. After with Asuka and Kairi Singh knowing exactly how to work with the bigger, stronger opponents and went to spark and condiment, and with their comebacks into the crowd was into it. It was even rooting for the always majority champions. After the post match, it was a nice to reminder of how And we this creative team has done with entertaining the women's tag team division, including 96 and Last Lesson Bliss, and Solid Flu, and Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, opposing the Kobe Royals, and tag titles, and there are some big top stars. And it and heavy hitters involved, making this the best in this division has been in a couple of years. So after after between after we saw this clip, so after when I watched this video about a month ago when I watched the Making That Make Cody Rhodes has brought to Drew McIntyre's home. So I've seen a part of it. So I watched this phone and I watched this part of this clip. So I watched this brawl fight from last week when Cody Rhodes broke Drew McIntyre's home. I've seen it. I know what's happened between this. So saying this, Cody Rhodes was sneak attack and Drew McIntyre at his home. I've seen this part on this clip. So, and in a pre-tape for the Smackdown, it was against the manager, Nick Aldis. It was enforcing to Drew McIntyre at his home to discussing of his statement, including an undisputed WWE championship match against Cody Rhodes, a policy to referee Dean Engel in a heavy fine. So I was a heavy fine to be paid with his Logan's paid. And humans, the skies will decline, instead turning Nick Aldis. He wanted it in winning that Cody Rhodes cannot test him before the title match. Us making that move, and we be stripped off the title, and Drew McIntyre received a application from his security cameras that Cody Rhodes was at his front door and said to blot it out before, and did we call police officers to separate them. And while it said Sapiens also has the claim of Merry Christmas. So wasn't actor said the video has ill. It was Brian Saxton to cut up with Nick Aldis. Actor who was to interrupt by the Miz, said Hollywood A-lister. Actor for a match with Soul Henry in the Smackdown CM improved the match for next week. So, and this is something WWE has not done nearly enough of over the last year. Into a while Triple H and the Production team had spent in his fourth year making the attendance on the crew with great figure package and funness to indicate to getting superstars and stories, and all things have taken in more one the muscle in area positive of weight, and this was breath and fresh air that took Cody Rhodes. and Drew McIntyre's out celebrating in his real life. In this highlight, I just says how insane that is between them, more of this place. So I got this clip before what you say tonight. So give me 1 second here, guys. Give me 1 second. Let me find this clip. Okay, so I love that entire assessment between Nick Aldis. It was nice to see. And you when Nick Aldis has more independent things to handle this. And when Miz gonna retire, it's more independent models. He does. Well, boy, I'm proud that they dropped an entire 4 minutes promo video in the middle of a 2-hour show. And yet it's down just a little. So it was good to see. So hold on. Okay. I think he's busting him off without a second dot. So I believe in so Henry. It was all truth in the Miz. This was hideous. So let's go to the next one. The next clip. Between them. So Nick Aldis, it seems like you don't know me, and I'm the one who wrote a tweet that has changed, and you're the one who won the Royal Rumble twice, and the King of the Ring, the one who only played Roman Reigns and John Cena. I'm the QB1. As long as I had this title, I am the scandal. This was supposed to turn also way up. And Nick Aldis not playing games anymore. And is it even possible to strap him on his championship without a fight? So, oh, he is serious. Okay. Imagine he dropped that mic flip. Has it works like that? So, and Cody Rhodes in a tough spot. Is Nick staying on his business? Okay. So can he even do that? Obviously not. And then when Nick Aldis speaks like that, titles suddenly feel very false. Cody Rhodes teasing his hair tone is coming soon, and gives that guy he won the NWA World Heavyweight Champion, and Nick Aldis as a force all in. I just so if Cody Rhodes puts his hands on Drew McIntyre before the championship match, he gets strapped up to WWE championship. But what happens when Drew puts his on Cody Rhodes? I can't wait to watch this. oh, this is what's going on between the two. So this is gonna be crazy before this storyline has been ended. So what do you mean by that, Nick Aldis? And then whenever Drew put his hands on Cody, he should not allow you to go for the championship. So I was thinking about Cody Rhodes, who should kick his anyone who can always win it again. So that's my thought, in my opinion. So let me see. Nick Aldis is playing around with Cody Rhodes' crown. So we might find out soon. So here's the next match. We have Sonya goes 101 against Oba File. I wasn't last time in Ashes. Oba File lost to Sade Cargill on Smackdown in December 5th. Sonya lost to Sazin Green on Smackdown on November 7th. I was joined by Wings and a message to get her title back, and so it took a fight to overfall and every on Friday's person the Sky is Born superstar all the while. So at the same time, women's United States champion Sasha Green was at the ringside tonight. And it was a Greenfield intimate match, included without wrestle overfall Watch Hope with a knee strike and put her down with a lights bomb for the win and just a match. And you see still Sasha Green down and hope enough was the champion to trip and fall on her way out. So, in the winner of this match, Exodia. So, I wasn't dressing serious and Sonic Dangerous is Sonic what we need to see out of Sonya at this stage of her main roster one. And with that being said, and between the collective team has finally fumbled one of the most aggressive top stars on the center roster since her caught up, hopefully 2026. And it brings with it sense for her to Tony so what she is capable of, has a cousin of her discounted work is doing little for her. So Cody Rhodes has interest to Nick Aldis. He said, "It wasn't last time in asks Cody Rhodes on your thing about framing just the allegations on Saturday night when event on December 13th. And you mean to make it not meal normally to address his pull apart with the McIntyre. I wasn't wrongly asking the Scottish Royal maybe more this the suit table this work a fundament for him may be the templars in regards to interrupt taking responsibility to Cody Rhodes overstepping and not trusting him to get the allegations with the preemptive no number one Nintendo, and he's done. He translates it because expresses no, doesn't do Magneto, is a daily sim, is a them, but not a few words of wisdom. Agent Wing Cody Rose told the goddess not to forget who he is, and he is to be one. I just a guy who sings in his dentistry is a superstar who gets honor, is a Travis Steve. He ended dances by reminding Nick artists that wasn't as long he is the champion and Cody was the people, said the fans, and the CM was for him. Okay, so this was outstanding work from above the goddess and Cody was against the Minnesota Express. His advances made his reported not point orders, and while Cody Rose mustered some of that old make 40,040 in to remind his boss who he was, and not only did this, set the stage. Added between for the Magneto could be returned, but it also pointed set the sands for his reservoir. This exists between the authority figure and babyface champion. It is a story that we have seen unfold before, but innocent history between Rose and Nick Aldis. This could be great fun in a big storyline department is down to the road. So here's the next match. We have Kamala Hayes and Nancy Dragunov against DIY. So that was it last time in Athens. Nancy Dragunov and Kamala Hayes have no team in a 2-on-2 tag team match. Getting right on your feet. Naming physically exciting on Smackdown on November 24th. And your 1 week after coming to add us the United States champion and Kamala Hayes partner with Dragunov to both Tommaso Ciampa and Sonny Gargano. Also into Dana White to adjustment a lost passing as a history has a team and enable chemistry with its a difference. The opponent's single stars and NXT who has resisted has stayed debut in their entire careers. And they fought back, doing enough to on your feet before Dragunov, who has been back to Ciampa with the ace bomb, and Hayes followed up with nothing but a net for the win. So, anyway, on this match, Kamala Hayes and Nancy Dragunov. And this was all about suppressing Hayes, and he found himself in a soul distresses where he undertook appeal amendment only to his sorry true to kick out and keep his victory. That was impossible for his team. It was the next level. I mean this toughness that Tony allowed Nancy Dragunov to retire, read in title, the Pistol and them, the team, ended with Hayes to take down the former tag team champions. And he went to backstage with WWE Women's Champion Jade Cargill was instant emergence of a disc pommel, and it made him attack from out of nowhere, and with a candlestick and couldn't get through alive. So here's the main event. So WWE Tag Team Champions match, so Wyatt 6 against the NFTs. Was the last time in Athens, so Wyatt 6 on your feet the Street Profits on Smackdown October 10th. And it's the NFTs on your feet Sami Zayn, Ray Phoenix, Shinsuke Nakamura, is it Macho Machine Guns on SmackDown on November 24th. And it's the top prize is the SmackDown Tag Team Division was up for grabs in Friday's main event. And so Jesse and Justin Loomis as a Wyatt 6 on your finish against Stacey Mattel and Tonga Law as the MFTs. The dinosaurs that exhausted Loomis cutting him off from his partner, and they were all the tallest athlete is a man before he could just spread it out and tag in so Gacy. The Sabians wasn't making a comeback but had to moment by influence from turning Tonga at the ringside. David won't grab him out and walk ensue with starting in a double just out of Kansas. Ended with the Wyatt 6 and MFT's ring war in a wild in the ring to close things out to the souls and was ring SCP or EME. So it's no match. It's no contest at all. And I just said the crowd was here for the main event. It was an Athens-packed match that did not always welcome in invested more storyline departments with the instant finish, and while some may look at it as a cop out, the match was not heavy and the Pope was award. Camus insists of a punishing even more sophisticated funnel of the two facets. So here's the last one right here tonight. So thank you for watching on Smackdown review tonight. There's imaging. There's all the fallouts tonight. It's on tape tonight. So those are overall grade. I for a show that was tape. This was very strong. And it for a month's Smackdown brand. And it was clear. And you asked for some of the top views, including like Cody Rhodes against Drew McIntyre, Damien Priest against Aleister Black, and both sets of tag team titles, and while the United States Championship pistol intended to sign, thanks to the of Izzy Dragunov, and also post Pats as a blue brand going back to 3 hours, and it's a New Year sounds like something out of Arnold movies. This episode hit a nice, confident, straight, email reality. So, so let's go to for next week's Smackdown has taped. So it was a spoiler alert. As the big title sings will take place on next week's episode of WWE Smackdown on December 26th. WWE tape next week's episode of Smackdown on Friday night from Ground Memphis, Michigan, with the tapings going in possible underboard title sings. Kamala Hayes concerts at WWE and United States Championship during December 26th. Smackdown tapings are defeating in dropping off to win a title. Isn't dropping off once again is issued a United States title open silence in which Hayes isn't this market in this second time. Kamala Hayes has stepped up to isn't dropping off open silence. After having personally done so on December 5th episode of Smackdown, the factory marks Kamala Hayes' fourth longest reign as United States champion. So, after Leslie Hayes and Ethan Dragon have had a team together early that night on December 19th, episode of Smackdown, where they undefeated Dana White and Santiago and Tommaso Ciampa. So I had to just let you guys to remind you for next week's. So Henry will be on the final Smackdown of 2025. There wasn't doing on Friday's tape, so in the Miz appeared in Nick Aldis' office upset about getting named out by Sir Henry at Sunday night main event. Something he wanted to have a match with him, and Nick Aldis has to agree to it. So I just think that stays for next week's. So his imaging Jamaica will also make his return to Smackdown next week. And Cody Jamaica is still suspended, but will he pays a fine and apologize to referee DANENCRER spell was the assist that lead to his expenses once. He will not only get a WWE Championship match, but Cody Rhodes will not be able to touch him until the match takes place to Cody Rhodes, switching to Drew McIntyre at his home, also Oregon. Next week's SmackDown is playing tape tonight along with this coming Monday's episode of Raw. Following tomorrow at the Titans event, WWE will be done with the television for the rest of the year. So we have 3 things is announced for next week's. We have The Miz taking on against Sir Henry, and that's his title over Silence, and Dragunov on the ring against Kamala Hayes. And Drew McIntyre could be returned to appear next week too. So his imaging on Smackdown tonight is all the results for this week. So let's just wrap this up here on this votes. So give me one couple minutes here, guys. Okay, so oh wow, we get 92% like the show tonight on Smackdown tonight. Like the show. 8% is alright, the show. And 2% didn't like it. So let's go to on my X poll. So give me a couple more minutes here, guys. Stay tuned. Let me see. Okay, I got 7% like this show tonight, and 7% is alright. So it was a great show tonight. I love this part. So next week we're going to have on. Hold on. So next week we tape on December 26th. Next week, I had to remind you guys for this week. Into early Christmas comes next week. Any more tape. So next week I'll not be here. I wish you guys Merry Christmas and Happy Merry Christmas all you guys. So next week we are not here. Wish you guys Happy Merry Christmas and Happy Good Holiday. And I'll see you guys later road to 2026. So I had to remind you guys, Merry Christmas for you guys. And we do a wrestling news at top 10 for next week's of top 10 of wrestling news for this week. So let me see here. Couple days, any more news here for this week. So let me see here. Okay, so we have finished all certain news for just right now. So we got one more news for we're not get off here. Do my review first. So let me see here on X. Wait, it's more. Drew McIntyre responds after honest birthday WWE champion Cody Rhodes agrees to his stipulation that he will be stripped of his title if he touches the title again. So you might find out soon for next week. So I'm going to do a review next week on 26 on Friday. So come back on next week on Monday Night Raw and so much more. So have a blessed Friday. Have a great weekend. And wish you guys Merry Christmas. And I think it's a roll into 2026. So if you have not seen me before next week, wish you all a Merry Christmas. And I think it's a roll 2026. So starting next week, we're doing Wrestling News Top 10 next week. So just let you guys know. So here's anything to wrap this up. So have a blessed Friday. Have a great weekend. I say guys, come back on Monday for Monday Night Raw and so much more. And you get one stizzle, one single, Occupy Spotify Radio, and so much more. So have a great Friday, have a great weekend, and Merry Christmas all you guys. So I'll see you next time. I'll see you guys next week. Have a great weekend. I'll see you next time. Have a great night. I'll see you next time. Have a good one, guys. Peace.